Hello? Can anybody hear me? Am I online? Oh my god. I'm sick. Ah. But I think nobody's in here. I will stop when a couple of people join. Because right now makes no sense. Oh, hello. Someone joined. I think we're only 2 people right now, but it's alright. I'm sick, so. But can you write something in the chat so that I know, yeah, who's here and what are your questions? Chat, let's go. Hey man, first time here. Let's go. Alright, perfect. That's amazing. That's amazing, brother. Last time we were like 17 people, so I'm going to wait a little bit more and see if some people are still joining, and if not, then it's just the three of us today. Which is completely fine though, because I'm sick and I can't talk that much. Maybe you're able to see it. I'm like not happy at all. Maybe we're going to wait for like another 2 or 3 minutes, and then we can start. Yes. But if you have any like specific questions or something, then just let me know and type it into the chat. And if you can hear me, yeah, that would be amazing. Hello, another guy has just joined. Amazing. And we will wait for like 4 people. Let's go. We're going to wait another like 2 minutes, and then we're going to start. Can everybody hear me? Can you maybe type it into the chat? All right. Yep. Let's go. All right. Perfect. Perfect. That's very good. By the way, it's Paul's profile picture because it's his account. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But perfect. Did you brought like any specific questions today, or should I just explain something I did in the past, break it down for you? You can type it into the chat if you want. Oh, it would be amazing, because then I have a plan what I'm going to do today. Yes, that's an amazing. Alright, okay. Then I'm just going to share something. We'll talk about it. Just for you guys, like, how deep are you into the DaVinci Resolve space? So, how deep should I break my animations down? Can you maybe like type it in the chat real quick? I'm just going to open it up. Here, screen share. Going to put it right here. Alright, so DaVinci Resolve just no, alright, it's okay. I'm gonna screen share real quick. So screen, and then perfect. Alright, that's not a very good frame. Alright, another guy just joined. Amazing. Hello, what's up? What's up? One of the animations. I don't know if you can hear. Can you maybe say if you can hear what's going on? on the screen? Because if yes, it would be probably very annoying. No audio. All right, that's good actually. That's good. All right, so um, maybe just for you, give me a quick overview. Like, how deep should I go in this? Because this node tree is like decent size, and like how deep and how small brackets should I break it down? Like from zero, should I like explain everything, or what do you want, guys? Or do you have like a basic understanding of Fusion in general? 7 people, let's go. Hello, chat. For me, it's good if you're going deep. All right, then I would just start going deep, break the animation down. We have like several animations going on, so it's going to be a little bit complex. 8 people. All right, let's go. Okay, I have to see for myself what I did here, actually. All right, so it's love how clean the stream looks. Yeah, right. It's amazing. It's amazing. All right. So to break this animation down, it's very simple. Most of the animations to break them down is very simple because you just have to think of the animations as like little stones that you build up. For example, with this one, you can see it on the left. I just took a background, put it into my node tree. Oh, by the way, we're working with a 3D space right here. I'm going to start with this because this is maybe the most complex for beginners. So in order to have a 3D scene, because we have a 3D camera, I think, in here, and it's easier to work with it, in my opinion, when you do motion graphics in DaVinci Resolve, you always need this basic node tree. You need a render 3D, which is rendering your 3D stuff. Then you need a camera 3D. Transform 3D is not necessary, it's just to move my camera around without moving my camera. And then you need a merge 3D. And everything you do like in 2D space inside of DaVinci Resolve, which should go into 3D space, you need a, oh, I'm gonna mute that real quick. Alright, you need an image plane, because if you don't have an image plane 3D, you can't see like 2D stuff and you can't connect just 2D stuff to your merge 3D. It's just not working. Huh? How's that working? I just muted that chat. Alright, doesn't matter. We will just keep going. So yeah, that's basically my 3D scene. You can see it by previewing your merge 3D one. You can preview stuff on the left or on the right side. If you don't have this preview window, you can go up here and just select this little box. Then you will get both of the windows, both of, yeah, these things. And oh, I'm so sorry if I'm low energy. I'm like sick to all of the new people, so it's really hard for me right now. Um, so then if you preview your Merge 3D, you can see, aha, we're working in a 3D space right now. So everything we're doing is like 3D. We can move it in 3D. We can move the camera 3D and stuff. So this is like very good, and I would recommend it because sometimes you don't know where your animation is going. If you're just starting on, you have no idea what you want to do. Then starting right off in 3D space is like helping a lot because then you can tweak stuff around much easier after you did your animations. Alright, great. So the first thing we need to do in this animation right here, this selecting animation popping up, then going like this, is obviously this little thing, the spacebar. And I think sometimes people think, oh my god, this looks so like crazy. But if you understand like the basics and the foundations of it, it's like very simple. I talked with Lucas and he showed me a little bit of After Effects, and I understood it in like, or like I understood the basic principles of it in like 3 or 4 hours and could do like really good animations or basic cool animations. Just because if you understand the basics, you can create everything. Alright, so I think all of you guys know how a node tree works. So basically we have to read our node tree from the left to the right. And especially when we're working with image plane 3Ds, it's very important that we have a media, something like a media in, that we have like, when we have no 3D scene, we have a media in and a media out. And when we have like the transform nodes, we need a media in, and this is going to be a background with the alpha channel on 0, because then it's like see-through, and we have like plain space where we can work on it. I'm sorry. Oh, we got some new folks in here. Very nice. Good to see you guys. Yeah, you have to read it from the left to the right. And then we're just going to build up everything on our node tree. I didn't, like, this is not the best way how you set up a node tree. I was just doing it very fast and not very efficient. But I'm just going to explain what I did here. Because I've built it up very simple. I think everybody can understand it like this. So this thing right here is actually this node tree is actually this drop bar, hotbar. Yeah, I think that's the correct word. And then I think with this black background. Yeah. All right. So the first thing I did is like when we had nothing, it's just obviously trying to make this black hotbar background. And it's pretty basic. If we want to do like this, these basic kind of shapes, we always just have to add a background by taking this and drag it into our rectangle. Then we get our background, and then we have to mask out the place where we want it to be. So in this case, I had this rectangle and I set it to I just adjusted the corner radius. It's like very important. If you want to have like a clean, hey, what's up, man? Hope you're feeling good. I'm not feeling that good, but very nice that you're here, Philip. Um, you can like just adjust your corner radius. It's like something you always gotta do, man. Like these kind of backgrounds, they look ugly. So just take your rectangle nodes, crank the corner radius up by a lot, and then you can change the height, the width, and so on. So yeah. And one thing is very gute Besserung. Yeah, thank you very much, bro. And one thing you have to do, that node tree is crazy. Thank you. One thing you always gotta keep in mind when you work in 3D space is that when you have something previewed in your render 3D and then you select your rectangle, it's like very weirdly, and this is because it's previewing it from like a different angle, and because how long do you take for this tree? Um, I mean the node tree, that's not the difficult thing. I mean you could build this in like 30 minutes. The most difficult thing is to do like the animation and get an idea of what you actually want to do. So like this whole animation from the first part, is it like still pre-rendered? No, it isn't. But these 7 seconds took me probably around maybe three hours. But it's like not that much. It's like still okay. 3-4 hours maybe. Yeah. So yeah, where did we stop? So now we have our background, and everything we're going to do from this place is placing the icons right now, these little lines, so that we just set up our scenes. Always when we want to do motion graphics, we are always going to set up our scene first and then animating it, because then we always know where everything is, and we have always the end keyframe position for everything that we need. So we are always going to do it this way. Yeah, that's like very, very important. All right. The next thing is adding the icons. I just downloaded them from the internet. This is completely fine. So here are all of the icons. And then I just adjusted them with a transform node to the place I wanted them to be and made them a little bit smaller. So like really, really basic. Just added them to the node tree, added the transform, and then dragged them to the position where I wanted them to be. Oh my god, I'm going to die. And then the next things was just adding those little lines here. Pretty basic, and it's actually the same process as making this black background. It was also just adding a background and then taking a rectangle node, making it very small, adjusting the corner radius to 1, so we have like those round edges, if you still can't say round. um, then adjusting them to the position that I wanted them to be, And yeah, that was almost about it. Now we come to the cool part, the animation. I think I did it. That's the question right now. Where was the animation? Nope. Yes. Alright, so I've actually made this animation with the image plane itself. So the image plane just carries all of the data you see from this image plane before. So I just animated this and everything moved moved with it. I did it by going to my start frame, then going into the transform from the image plane, keyframing or setting this little diamond and the y-axis at the beginning, and then just keep moving to like 32 and set another keyframe at the position that I wanted it to be. Oh my god, I'm stuttering. Which plugins do you use for DaVinci? Um, we actually talked about this in the last call, and we have actually a list of the 5 best plugins the motion creators um, in the motion creators community posted, so you can just check it out. If you're not in the motion creators community, I can just, this is not like a sales call by the way, but if you want to join, you can just click there. There are a lot of like talented people and a lot of like insider value. So we talked about this last call, so I don't want to go over it again. But we have like some amazing plugins, or we found some amazing plugins. So actually this was a very ugly curve because beautiful curves always look like this. So they are, so that these handles are parallel to the horizontal lines. And then yeah, I just drag them out. So normally they look like this, just straight line. But I just took them, pressed S, and then dragged the handle out even more to get like something very smooth. It has a pre-runner right now. Yeah, to get something like this. Then I had the cursor. I just edited it. I found a cursor from the internet. Alright, what I did here is a little bit, yeah, it's not special, but because this cursor is actually in black, and what I did here was, oh, I look so dumb. Holy shit. Alright, I have to find, or find out if I can still find this plugin real quick. Yep, this plugin, this PNG. So I actually had this PNG, and if you just imported it and then take a color changer, it doesn't work because it will make these black borders around your vector or your PNG. So what I did to dodge this was actually make it longer to the animation length I needed. So like this. And then I went into the color tab, set the contrast to 0, set the pivot up to 1000, and then I just created a new compound clip by right clicking on the clip, new compound clip, create. And as you can see here, I did it already, so I'm not going to do it again. Oh my god, I have to drink something real quick, sorry. Ah. Yeah, and then I animated this cursor, same way I animated this image plane, but just with a transform node. Hydration is key, yeah, for sure, man. Hey Tim, what's up? How can I make animated lines? Um, what especially do you mean? Like just an animated line? Because there's several ways. He will show that in a minute. Yeah, I will show that in a minute. Alright. So, are you guys still invested into this animation? So are you still interested, or should we like move on? The glowing line in the last example. Ah, yeah, okay. We're going this like, you mean this, right? We will go over it. Yeah, we will go over it right after I explained how we did this. This is like the next step. So, yeah, just keep waiting a little bit more. Yeah. Then I actually just took a background and I put I put the opacity to 0, keyframed it, and when this click started, I just tried to match it with the DaVinci Resolve logo and then keyframed it to like get bigger. So I keyframed the mask. This is, by the way, a rectangle mask, and I keyframed the transform node as well. Oh, I didn't. I just keyframed the mask. Yeah, and then I added a shake afterwards. So yeah, it didn't had to be this precise because I had a shake which was like covering the not clean work from me right there. So yeah, then I made it big and pop, and then I started off with the next side of the animation. I think, is it this? Why is it like turned around like? Oh no, all right. Um, by the way, I have to see where's the line? That's actually a very good question. Is it, yeah, this, all right. We can go over the line. By the way, is this like still, like, do you still enjoy watching this, or is it still something that's useful for you? Because if not, then I'm just talking like straight for. Mm, sure, good tips. All right, perfect, amazing. That's great value, perfect. Mm, that's amazing. So then we are right here, and I'm gonna go over this over this box with the things moving up right after I'm going to right before I'm going to explain to you how I did this little line, because it's also like very basic. So basically what I did was just taking a background node and a polygon. I connected this background node to this other image plane 3D, and then because like I've told you in the beginning, we need something like a media in. Oh, I'm very sorry. And then set the alpha to 0 so that we have like this see-through background. Then I took this polygon and a background node. Oh, by the way, on the background node, I set a gradient. So as you can see, or maybe the background is not very good, I think, because you can't really see it here. Alright, doesn't matter, but it's like pinkish, so you can see it right here. So I took this background, connected it to my other background, and then I draw a mask with the polygon tool. And if you want to have those smooth like edges, you gotta like drag these out. And then I copy pasted it. Ah, no. And then I animated it. So you just need to go into the length, set your starting and end keyframes, and then yeah, it will work like this. So start 0 length, the beginning 1, and then this line is basically animating. And if you don't want to have like harsh lines, because as you can see here, these lines are actually like smooth, it's because of the motion blur. So you just gotta go into the settings, and then check motion blur, and then you have like these smooth lines. And what I did afterwards was just copy pasting it, because as you can see, this is not just purple, but all has like a white-ish inner thing, which is like very important if you want to make a glow effect. So, or no, it's not important to make a glow effect, but to sell the glow effect so that it looks realistically. Most of the time, it's like the small tweaks which make your animation like stand out from the rest. So, yeah, I just copy pasted this animation, and then I just set it the color to white, and I took this border width, which is like this line. So I've this this line drawn on the left side, as you can see here, and the border width is basically like how the that's a nice trick. Yeah, it is. The border width is basically just how thick it's going to be from this line. I think you know what I mean. I can just show it real quick. So border width, if I'm going to crank it up, it's going to be bigger. I'm going to make it smaller. It's going to be smaller, obviously. And I made it like very small, and then I added Gaussian blur to make it to like, because now it's very harsh without a Gaussian blur and it's looking very bad. So I just added the Gaussian blur to like blend it in. And then I've just added soft glows. By the way, we talked about something that was Xglow, which is like a glow which looks way better. It's a plugin. We talked about that last call. So yeah, uh, if you want to see, uh, about what kind of plugins we talked, and just look into the last in the last Motion Creators post that I made, because they are the top 5 plugins. Yeah. So now we have this background all set up, and we want to have this little box. It's like also very simple. Actually, all of those animations, they aren't complex. It's like very easy. You just need the creativity and a feeling for a flow. So can I activate something like focus mode, or I don't know. Because like I'm just getting messages. I don't know how I can turn it off. So if we are like in this state, you can see that this little box is popping out, which is actually, or I'm going to preview it on the left side again, a background again with a rectangle mask, like yeah, with a rectangle mask and a drop shadow to make it pop a little bit. So as you can see here on the inspector, I just keyframed the width, and on the spline you can see I just, yeah, we're dragging out these curves so that they are looking smooth. Oh, I'm sorry. And yeah, that's basically it about the background. You can see that I've added these little lines as well. I've just copy pasted these, this thing right here. Then I unchecked solid and like made the border width a little bit bigger. So if I'm pressing solid, you have a solid, but if you uncheck it and then adjust the border width, you get like these little edges. And then yeah, the animation was already there because I just copy pasted it. So now we have the background and those little icons who are popping up. This is also like very simple, because now we can reuse these masks that we've just created from our rectangle to mask out the part where the animation is able to happen, because we have a solid right now which is like this part of the frame. So the animation we did with this icon, it was just a PNG that I imported with the transform node soft glow to make it like look better and stuff. I think I've shaped it as well, yeah, because it wasn't looking that good. And then I've just limited with this mask, which I adjusted, or with which I connected to the merge node, the part where this icon is able to yeah, pop up. And I've did this like 3 times with like several different icons. So yeah, just very simple as well. Then we have this cursor again. It's like same thing. I think this time I've just put it onto a new image plane, which I put a little bit in front. Yeah, I did. And was it this? Yeah, and then next thing was I've just wanted to make this app look like it's popping out, and like I was actually not working very clean, to be honest. It just looks clean because we can't really see those little details, but as you can see, like those edges, they aren't like perfectly aligning with each other, but it doesn't matter. So what I did here was just adding a background. I set the type to from solid to 4 corner back. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I've just set it this to 4 corner, and then I've took the rectangle node again and keyframed the width and the height so that you can see in this position that it's just dragged out. So in the start, it's like on the exact same spot as this Instagram logo. The opacity is fading in as it gets bigger. Yeah, so like really basic stuff. And the next thing was just adding this text. So again, just writing this text. If you want to have this Apple style, you need the text SF Pro Display. This is like Apple font. And I got this phone mockup just from the internet, downloaded it. And yeah, just made this drag out and blended these in the correct, or at the correct time. So if you want to have like outstanding animations, what I see is what a lot of beginners are doing is actually they make one animation, then they stop the animation, and then they make the next animation, but then it doesn't look very smooth. It has to be like, or the animation needs to have something like a flow. So that means that, for example, you can see right now, this is like opening up. While that is opening up, the mouse cursor is moving. While that mouse cursor is moving, the phone is going up. While the phone is going up, why am I pointing at my screen actually? Like no, nobody's able to see that. The text is moving up. So a lot of things are happening at the same time. And when this animation hasn't stopped, already the next thing is popping in, and you can see this other iPhone is like going out from the background. So don't make an animation, next animation stop, next animation stop. You always gotta have like a flow. The flow is like one of the most important things to really sell your animations. So yeah, I think the rest is like really simple as well. All of this is like I mean, maybe it's not complicated for me, but I'm going to explain it for you. Um, it's just when you understood once how this program works, all of that thing or all of these things will become very easy. Trust me. You just gotta learn once like what kind of nodes are existing, how is everything working, and as you can see, like all right, I can if I'm going here, bro. There are so many nodes. I don't know like maybe I know 20% of them or what 20% of them are doing. The rest is like what the hell is P friction? I have like zero idea or P.4, like never seen it before. But I don't need it. So 80-20 rule. The most important things if you want to do 2D motion graphics are backgrounds, masks, merge nodes, basic understanding of the 3D space, how to add icons and stuff, but like it's just drag and drop, and like how to add text, animate them, how you animate the different kind of masks. But that's basically it. So it's like very basic. Trust me. Oh man, I'm a little bit annoyed that I'm not like more energized. I want to be like happy guy, but it's a little bit hard for me today. I'm sorry. So, next thing is actually write the phone, but it's like just taking the phone, adding a background, plugging in so you can see if I'm going to add the merge node that just the phone is in front of this. So yeah, very basic. Um, all right, maybe I can explain something right here. If you have something on one image plane, it's always like on the exact same spot. So there's like this is like 1 pixel. This is like 1 pixel wide, and everything is on the same spot if it's on the same image plane. If it's not on the same image plane, and you've got to tweak these things around on the z-axis, because otherwise they will be stuck in each other and the program doesn't know which is in front of each other. Yeah, so keep that in mind, because sometimes if you copy paste something, it gets all glitchy, and that's because they're in the exact same position. When two image planes are in the exact same positions, it will be glitched out because the program doesn't know what's in front or what's behind. Man, the chat, oh my god, the chat moved and it wasn't moving for me. I'm sorry. Ixo is such a good plugin, but it's heavy. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. All right. Sorry for the interruption, but could you quickly summarize how you learned all these things about DaVinci? And if you had the choice of starting with a program, would you rather choose After Effects or DaVinci? Um, I'm going to answer it. How can I change the color of the polygon line? I'm just going to answer that real quick, and then I'm going to your question, Freddy. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, the chat just didn't move. I don't know. I was just maybe it's because I like was looking upwards. Look, polygons are masks. That's the thing. Like all of these things that you can see here, like rectangle, ellipse, polygon, B-spline, all of those are masks. They have like no data and no information. They're just masking out the point where your backgrounds or your media is actually existing. So if we look at our polygons right here and I'm just going to remove the polygon, you can see it's just the background. But if I'm going to add the polygon to it, then it's just limiting the background to the point where this polygon is existing. Do you understand what I mean? And if you want to change the color of the polygon, you actually are not changing the color of the polygon line, but you're changing the color of the background. Because you're just limiting the background with your polygon. Do you understand what I mean? So if I'm going to change this background color, you can see the polygon line is changing as well. Got it, thanks. Perfect. Alright. I'm so glad if I can help. That's like such a good feeling. I think, is the phone a 3D model? I already answered that. Because I got some bugs with 3D models. Yeah, oh my god. 3D models is like headache to work with them in 3D. I have like traumas for real. It's not optimized, but After Effects as well not, so. I was actually looking into Blender. Blender is just, if you want to do 3D stuff, just look into Blender. Someone explained it to me. If you're thinking smart, you can learn Blender also in like a couple of days. So yeah, pretty basic. All right. So Freddy, now to your question real quick. How I learned all these things is basically just I had like I just put the work in and did a lot of repetitions. All of the animation stuff that I did, I basically learned in 5 months. Like what you see here, I wasn't doing, but After Effects is too expensive for me. All right. I'm only 16 years old. Wait. Where is everybody writing? I'm just going to into Freddy's question real quick, but because then I'm going to answer your question as well, Malta. So everything that you're able to see right here, that's basically I've learned how to do this stuff in like you are able to learn actually with a good course, and if you know have a good feeling for animations, you're able to learn this in like 1 month to make this like clean, 1 or 2. Then you have to like then you need like to have a feeling in graphic design what actually looks good, because I see a lot of people who knows how to actually do this stuff, but they have like no idea of what is actually looking good and displaying, so you have to learn that as well. But if you have a good feeling for that because you come from graphic design or any other program, you're able to learn this pretty fast, especially like with a course. In Motion Creators, I have like this basic course right now. I will add more stuff. I will add like things like this into the course, into the future. I try to do it next month, so that you get new content right there. Yeah, but very basic. It's not very, if you have understood it once, you can easily do this. And I wasn't doing it by like watching any tutorials, or you need to watch like tutorials for like the basic foundations. You have to know what are these backgrounds, masks, how is the node-based workflow working, what kinds of opportunities do you actually have. But if you understood those tutorials that you've gotten or that you've watched, you're actually able to do a lot of stuff with it. So, and then just a lot of repetitions. Yeah, that's actually the thing. And if you had the choice of starting with a program, would you rather choose After Effects or DaVinci? Mm, so I think I can't answer this question for everybody, because After Effects and DaVinci it's like you can't really compare them, because After Effects is like designed to do just motion graphics and compositing, because it's called After Effects. How did you get the curve round? I tried a parallel looks angular. You mean this? I'm going to explain it. But first of all, I'm going to answer Freddy's question now to the end, man. I'm so sorry. I hope that you're still in this live stream. But yeah, so this is like just for compositing, After Effects, animation, motion graphics. So very useful tool. On the other side is DaVinci. And here you have like an all-rounder, because if you want to work with After Effects, you have to use it in a combination with Premiere Pro, because otherwise, like, it's not meant to edit your videos. It's meant to like do the After Effects stuff. So that's where the name comes obviously from. And with DaVinci Resolve, you have an all-rounder where you can do everything simultaneously. So you have your editing bar, where you can do everything with the inspector, drag on fast effects, and have a good workflow, then you can do your motion graphics inside of the Fusion page. Then you can do your color grading. Oh my god. Then you can do the color grading, where DaVinci Resolve actually outperforms After Effects by a lot. And then you of course have as well this Fairlight tab for audio. I've never touched it in my life. And then deliver, like export. Okay, export, that's like normal. But so you have like an all-rounder with DaVinci, and with After Effects you're very specific. If I could change it, I think if I had the choice of starting with a program, the thing is I'm learning After Effects right now simultaneously. I think both of the programs have their ups and downs. You can do the same effects with both of the programs. If you just want to do motion graphics, then go with After Effects. But if you want to have an all-rounder where you can edit like um, not just client videos which are based on motion graphics, but also on color grading, good story, good music editing, good sound design, then I would go with DaVinci Resolve. Because DaVinci Resolve is also a lot cheaper. Like the studio version, I've just paid 400 euros and I can keep it for my entire life. After Effects is like I have the student thing of the Creative Cloud, but it's still like 35 euros a month, so very expensive, especially for beginners. And you can do a lot of the stuff that I did right now in the free version of DaVinci Resolve as well, so you have to keep that in mind and consider this. Yeah, I hope that answered your question. I hope you're still in the live stream, man. Alright, color grading way better than DaVinci. Yeah, of course. How get you get the curves around? I'm going to show it to you real quick. This is also very easy, bro. I got you, man. Here. So when you use your polygon tool, I'm just connecting a new one. You gotta drag these points out. So you have to press your left mouse button, then hold it, and then drag it around to get these lines. And then you have to select another point and then drag it out again with your left mouse button pressed. And then you get those lines. And if you click on them, you can like adjust them, and then you can also turn them to have like different kind of movement. So maybe this looks alright, and then you can just do it like this. And then if you think, alright, this looks good, you go into your polygon inspector, and then here's border width. You can just crank it up. And right now, obviously, this looks shit because it's not aligned, but you know what I mean. And I hope that answered your question. Yes, I did it. Thank you. Amazing. That's really good. I have to check something out really quick. Do you guys have like any other questions? Please let me know. I really like the fact when I'm able to help you guys. Like it's an amazing feeling. Just have to delete one of two things of here. All right. Do you have like any further more questions? Because like I'm feeling sick, guys, to be honest. Like you can ask whatever you want, but if you don't have any other questions, then I would maybe call it a day. Um, yeah, because I think we did a lot of stuff and I've answered like a lot of questions. If there's nothing on your side, then yeah, how can I work with you? Um, if you go on my Instagram account, if you don't know what's my Instagram account, maybe I've here. You just gotta go on my Instagram account, then there's a link in my bio, and then you can just click on there and click through your form, and then you're able to work with me. But the thing is, like right now, my pipeline is very stacked because yeah, I had just a lot of requests in the past, so yeah, please, if I'm not reaching out to you, then I'm very sorry. Or if I'm not reaching out to you very fast. Are there any further questions? By the way, if you don't have any further questions, then please give me a review on how you liked the live stream. If the quality was good, if you think you got like value, um, if you thought it was too slow, if you thought it wasn't the wrong pace. Like just a quick review would help me a lot to like improve those calls in the future, to yeah, give you more value, because I want to give you guys the most value that I'm able to, yeah, provide to you. That would be like very nice. I'm just going to set up this little camera for my vlog. By the way, no data from you is like shown in this call, so don't worry. Nobody will find you. Alright. It's very useful for me. Amazing. That's that's so good. That's great. Alright, I think I would call it a day here, because we have like an hour. Nobody has any further more questions. Thanks for the great live. Thank you for being here, Malte. Thank you for everybody who came here. It was a pleasure again. Yeah, I liked it last time. I liked it this time. If you liked it, you can thank you for helping me. Yeah, for sure, man. Great live call. All right, perfect, perfect. Thank you for the good feedback. Thanks, bro. Good lesson. Amazing, amazing. I'm very happy that I could help you and provide you with like good information. Um, yeah, that just makes me so happy, guys. Like, this is like such an amazing. I just have to make a photo of it. Like, yo, holy shit, good feedback. Good feedback. That's amazing. Perfect. I love it, guys. All right, then I would say have a nice day, guys. We will see each other in the next live call, which is next week, Wednesday, Thursday, same time. Great value. Gute Besserung. Dankeschön. Please do get in. Yeah, we will do it again. Every week we will do it. And if you want to have like more value, you are able, and if you want to learn a lot with like a lot of cool people, you can just join Motion Creators. It's not a sales call, but I'm in this community. I've got like a lot of value. Some people, like for example, Lucas showed me how to use After Effects in like a day. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you very much. When comes the next vlog? Next vlog is coming soon. Next vlog is, I think, dropping this week actually. This week, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. But I'm sick. Like I don't know if I should post it because it's like boring. But I'm going to make it cool. I'm going to make it cool. Don't worry. Is motion creators very expensive? Um, Depends. Like if you're saying that After Effects is too expensive for you, I would not recommend it to you, to be honest, because this is actually more something for people who are really already in the scene, who are already getting clients through video editing, and and it's not meant for like new beginner, or it's actually made also for new beginners. But if you have like no source of income, I wouldn't recommend it to you. I wouldn't recommend it to you. But if you're like very invested and if you have the money, then I would spend it, because you are able to learn fast. If you have questions, there are just pros in this community, like Lenny. If you've seen his reels, oh my god, it's fucking insane. We have 3D artists, we have everything. So if you're really invested, then you're able to join. Yes. All right, then I would say, have a good day, guys. I'm very glad that you could enjoy this. And yeah, see you next Thursday. See you next Thursday, guys. Please come back next Thursday, because I don't want to be in this life alone. All right. Goodbye. Goodbye. You're welcome.